All right, got a new project going with the generator in the generator bay. As you'll notice, the front cover is off the generator because I need to get in here and replace the belt. And I was going to do the insulation on the back of the cover, and then I need to replace the thermostat, which is here. Unfortunately, when I got in there, the lower flange that is here ended up getting these two bolts broke off into it. They seized steel bolts into aluminum. I tried everything I could to get them out. They wouldn't come out. And anyways, I ended up buying a lower flange from Kubota. While I was there, I also replaced lines, radiator lines, fuel lines, did a service on it, sandblasted the whole front cover, repainted the front of the engine, did a bunch of stuff. I also have decided to redo the insulation and sound barrier inside the bay. Now, a lot of people have talked about this nightmare. You can see mine is already done, and I did it in just a few hours. And I'll tell you how I did it, because I didn't realize this till I got in here. These walls are lined with plywood. There's a piece of plywood on the 45-degree angles, and then there's plywood going down the sides here. There's plywood up on the roof, and it's hard to see in there. It's not really necessary to see in there, but I'll take you into the shop and show you what I've got. The other thing is you've got to access the bottom of the bus, and I'm going under because this will allow you to get in there. I'm a fairly young guy, so it's not too bad. But up underneath the front axle, you're going to see here in a second, I'm going to spin around. There you go. There is a bay. I'm going to get a little wider view into the backside of the generator. Now, there's a panel that bolts on up here. It's got 7/16 bolts right here. That panel comes down. It only hangs to about the top. And then there's another panel inside. Well, you can see, once you get in here, that's your whole generator bay. You see all the insulation and stuff on the bottom. But you'll notice the walls are clean. So I have heard all these nightmares about how hard this is to redo the insulation. I'm going to tell you it's not that difficult, and I'm going to show you why. I'll be right back with you. So these are the side panels I was talking about, and top panels for the generator bay. So this is one of the side panels. There's another one over there. These are the 45-degree panels, and interesting enough, if you look on WOG, there is a post about what's behind this metal piece. That's on the street side of the generator bay, up on the top at the 45-degree angle, and there is a air valve there that most people have concurred it's tied to the brake system. These are the two panels I was talking about at the back of the generator bay to get underneath the axle. This is the first one you got to get to. There's just 3 7/16 bolts at the top. This comes down, sits up this way, so the generator is pointing here. And then this is the other panel that's up in the generator bay. You can see what is stuck to these. And so what I've done is go and scrape off as much as I can. Then I tried different things. I take goof off. This stuff works amazing. A couple applications of that. Scrape off all the junk. And then I sand them with 60 grit sandpaper. Once they get down to 60 grit sandpaper, I then take this padding right here. So I'm putting 2 products on these. First is made by, I think this is pronounced Silas, and it is a butyl-backed pad that is, this is their Max. Let's see if they've got it on here. They don't have it on here, but this is their Max. I believe it's 5 millimeters, and it is extremely sticky. So that goes down first. Once that is down, then I have a secondary foil pad. This is the same stuff. If you watch my video on the insulation panels I made for the top of the engine bay, this stuff goes down. The backing of this stuff is also extremely sticky. It goes down on top of it. So that covers it. And here's an example of 2 that I have made. So this is one of the 45-degree panels. I put it down on top, and then I use foil tape and wrap the edges so that the edges are sealed, so that you're not seeing the black from the foam. So to give you an idea, you'd have this down, this would go on top of it, you'll have the black edge there. Just use foil tape. I got the high temp stuff right here, 3 inches wide. I think it's made by Nashua. Yep. And I wrap the entire things. So there's the side panel. This is actually the top panel. So this is what goes on top of the generator bay. There's 2 of these. These are the 45-degree angles that sit at 45-degree angles at the top. These are the sides. Then you've got the 2 back plates here. So again, that's one that I haven't done yet. I'll get on it here in a second and show you what it looks like done. All right, so this is this silis mat, I don't know what the hell you call this stuff. This is the same stuff, again, that I used when I did my tops of my engine bay in the engine compartment. And so it's super adhesive and it's super easy to cut. So you can take it, slice it across, roll it. This is a Formica roller. And so this stuff is to reduce noise, vibration, and it does help with some heat. The top layer after that is for just for the heat. And so this stuff is super easy to put down. You can see where I get here. You can take it, bend it, push it up, take my knife, cut it, and cut it here. I'm gonna pull it. There we go. I'm gonna roll it again. And then once I have all that down, this stuff will go over the top. And I'll take it and I'll tape all my edges. You can see how I just did the back plate here. This is the one that's actually up inside the generator bay. A little bit harder to get out, but foil lined it after the mat was on, and then I went and foil taped all the edges so that the black is not exposed and it keeps stuff from getting out of there. And that's it, simple project. Here are the finished panels. There are a total of 7. So again, you got your side panel, top panel, 2 45-degree panels, inside panel that is inside the generator bay, probably the one that's not really a pain in the butt, but you got to get up in there to get that out. And then this one has got the 3 7/16 that goes on the outside of the generator bay. So I got all those done in total. I don't know, probably 3.5 hours, 4 hours to get them all removed, cleaned up, and get the mat on, and then get the foil on the outside. So those will go up tomorrow. All right, back at the bus, and the next morning I had a change of plans. Last night I started thinking I had more of this foil mat that I decided to line the entire generator bay. Got a couple more pieces just to patch in there. I put that down first, and then I put the panels over the top. You can see I got the top panel in, and I got the side panels. And then down below, I've got the panels in there. You can see that there is a bracket that has the fuel lines. These lines of generator. That's just got 2 number 10 screws in it. Then below there, you've got the positive and negative, and there's 2 lugs back there that have to come off. And they go through the wooden board that I made last night and into the steel frame. So I just used a real small Phillips screwdriver to line those back up and get them through there. Here's again one of the panels, and then once I get done, I will go through and tape up all the seams with the metal tape. I've still got that panel to put back in. That's the very last one. And then I just set one of the 45-degree panels in here. It's not even screwed in yet, but gives you an idea of what it looks like. You know, this project does require a lot of underneath the bus and whatnot, but it's so much cleaner. Don't have to worry about all of this insulation stuff coming down anymore. So all in all, I think from the time that I started to the time I ended, I'll have about, I don't know, 7 hours in it, maybe 8 hours, but it's worth it. All right, I'm putting in the last panel. This is from back behind the generator bay. Give you guys an idea of what it looks like when it's done. You'll see that big crease up there. It's the way they folded that stuff when I bought it off Amazon, but I taped up all the seals up top. I did not tape the seals right here, but it is done. I cleaned up the bay, got rid of all the grease and stuff that was down here, and I did, it's kind of hard to see the front sides of these panels. I wrapped, these are on the support things for the suspension, but putting in the last panel, and I am done. All right, this is the back of the front generator cover. Goes on there. So I lined it, well, I actually sanded the whole thing, then I painted it. Then I lined it, and now it's got this foam going in there before it goes on, and then it goes back on the front. And that is the final piece to this puzzle. So, glad it's done.